North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. They're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David, and I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago, and this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Newberry. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground. Now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it.
Good, solid tackle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Catches it, past the sticks, and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Washington's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The hand to the running back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air. It's long. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, he's got some space. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved. Handoff from the gun.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's long. Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, given 1.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Looking to throw for it. Slips it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quick release by the QB.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's long. Looking to buy time. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time on target. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Husky.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Briggs. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Jukes his way for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. There are few things that can impact the game more than the ability to hit the other team's quarterback, and that was a big play there.
And I love the team defense on this play. One, excellent job getting to the QB and forcing the errant pass. And how about the secondary on the back end, able to rally that football and pick it off?
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football.
Breaks into the open. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's long. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Just
turning it on!
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking to pass. It's long. Got the back over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He's got him. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start. Open.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line is set on third down. Looking for a man. It's long. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. There he goes. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route and find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Briggs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Newberry. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his big tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Man, these plays are really, really simple and really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Nice move to keep running. That That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. He eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just...
Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskies. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, they're after him. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 2 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in it.
Touchdown, Washington! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, on paper, we wondered what this matchup might look like. And through 2 quarters of ball in the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game, it's been an ideal way to tee up the new season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted, and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking downfield, it's long. Quick strike complete. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
At halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you could tell, DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job. Playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the 3rd down.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
And Reese, no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Got the 1st down and more.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Leaves it with the back. Inside the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Breaks into the open. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, NC State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Looking downfield, it's long. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. Out of midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's long. Plucks it out of the air. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able...
Turning it on! That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Newberry. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Line gets set, 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. Gonna try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, they say low man wins, and on that third down, the defense, they were expecting quarterback sneak. Did you see how low the D-line got? And they were able to just stymie that offense for no gain.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Briggs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful.